Alrighty, good morning and welcome back. And yep, you guessed it, beef plate ribs are on the menu today. These are they're pretty massive. This has got to be about close to 6.5 pounds. 3 bones. You know, you can see how long the bones are. So you've got some nice marbling going in there. So really easy to get these things prepped up. First, I went to the underside and removed that silver skin. Depending on what video you watch, some people say leave it on, some people take it off. I always take it off, all ribs, beef or pork. I always pull that silver skin off. And then the top side, we're gonna try something a little different. I'll show you if I can get it in the camera. I trimmed up about that much fat, not a whole heck of a lot. We're gonna leave quite a bit of fat intact on here. There was some hard stuff on here, so I decided just to trim the hard stuff off till it got a little softer. And yeah, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in this pan, and we're gonna season it up. So I'll pick back up when I do that. Alrighty, let's go ahead and season these up. The rub we're gonna use today is just a little homemade concoction. This is coarse salt, or coarse kosher salt. Coarse kosher salt, there it is, 3 times a try. Coarse black pepper, and there is a little bit of this Killer Hogs BBQ rub. This is probably my favorite rub to use, so I put ahead and mix a little bit in there. And I'm not gonna season the bottom side of these. There's really not a point, I don't think, because there's no meat on the bottom. But I'm gonna go ahead and oops, try not to break my oven. Go ahead and be pretty generous with the rub here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but my tripod's only so tall. Well, you know, when I do beef ribs, or even chuck roasts for that matter, I really like the salt and pepper flavor. And this is a fairly large cut of meat, so I'm gonna go on pretty heavy. And yeah, that's gonna be about good. So the grill we're gonna be cooking on today is the Oklahoma Joe's Highland. Not to be confused with the Highlander. I see a lot of people calling it a Highlander. Personally, I think it's a cooler name, but yeah, we're gonna cook on Oklahoma Joe's Highland. I got her fired up. We're gonna use all hickory chunks today, or all hickory splits today for wood. And yeah, we will see you down at the Highland. Alrighty, we are down at the Highland. See, I got to set up reverse flow style quick, give you a peek at the ribs. Got a water pan in there on my right. I got this new Maverick, I believe it's called the XR50. Works pretty dang good, 4 ports. I will say I'm having issues with the other module that I keep in the house with me. It just drains the batteries, which I believe that is a serial defect, so I'm gonna have to contact those guys. But you can see I got the beef ribs right there, 1 temp probe on the right, 1 on the left. And then I'll give you a quick peek at the firebox. The way I get this started is I just use like a half a chimney of Kingsford, just for a nice hot coal bed, and then after that I just burn splits of hickory. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing down, and yeah, target temp today, you know, above 250 and under 300 is what I'm gonna shoot for this whole cook. So besides that, I'll probably pick back up in a couple hours. I think I am going to spray these things down with some kind of liquid, so see you then. Alrighty, so we have been on for about 3 hours, so I'll quick give you a peek at the ribs. There's the ribs. You can see it's kind of sort of starting to draw back. Still got plenty of water in my water pan. Go ahead and close this down and I'll give you a look at the firebox. There that is. I just put a couple splits of hickory in there just a little bit ago, and I guess the way I try to run this is I try to run it so that side vent is open pretty much all the way. Sometimes I'll crack the door open just so it burns a little better. And then that top chimney cover, I don't ever like to close. I just like to kind of have it be a small hot fire. I'll tell you right now, you know, I did just open the lid, but my temps have been in between 250 and 275 this entire cook pretty easily. And I've had some pretty thin blue smoke the whole time. So, like I said, we've been on for 3 hours in between 250 and 275. I will pick back up in a little bit. Alrighty, so we are back and these are done. Real quick, I'm going to go over the cook times. These got done a little quicker than I thought they were going to get done. But I'd have to guess this had to be about a 6-pound rack of beef ribs. We cooked in between 250 and 275 the whole time. Took about just shy of 6 hours. And I pulled this off at an internal of about 203 to 205, depending on where you probed it. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is wrap this up in 3-4 layers of foil, wrap it up in some towels, and we'll let this rest for a couple hours. So we will pick back up and we're slicing into it. All right, so the rest is over. I did let these rest probably for about 4 hours. What I went ahead and did is turn the oven on keep warm, wrap these up, put them in there on keep warm for about an hour. Then I shut the oven off and let them sit in there wrapped in tinfoil for another 3 hours. So they rested for about 4 hours. I already went over to cook time, so let's go ahead and slice into these, see what we got. These ribs are monstrous. Oh my Lanta. Here is what we got. you can see that. Go ahead and give this a taste, might as well. Yeah, that salt pepper killer hogs mix is fantastic. So now, besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. That is, wow, that is good. You can really taste the hickory through it. Yeah, you know, go out and buy yourself some beef plate ribs. Cook them on whatever you got because they are awesome. It's pretty much brisket on a stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Guys and girls, have a good night, and we'll see you later.